All right, this is the weekly video for the 30-year U.S. Treasury bond for the week of Monday, June 17. I'm starting with this chart here, no particular order. We've got weekly support at 152.15, and above which the month of June remains stable to bullish, and in fact holding above the 145.24 to 147.23 area, this band of channel support that goes back to the October lows. This area not expected anytime soon, but just want you to know that holding above that maintains a bullish dynamic through the third quarter, anticipating bullish continuation over the next several months into this 158.07 to 160.07 region, which is an area that I showed last week. It was wider and lower, 157 handle, now 158 handle, this channel top, and the 160 handle coming together as we continue into July trade. It'll all merge, and we just might actually get there by then. Let's take a look at resistance for the week, which actually held last week's highs roughly. 155.05, rising ever so gradually. This is an area that can contain weekly buying pressures, but if we settle the week above it, then that 158.07 channel top is likely over the next week, 2 or 3, and that would take us into early July, and that is this area that I just showed you a moment ago, which is the start of a range of long-term resistance up to 160.07, all merging gradually, that can absorb annual buying pressures. And so let's talk downside. 152.15 can contain weekly selling pressures, and in fact above which that this formation remains in constant reach this week at 155.05. But if we close the week below 152.15, that should indicate, that should mark a good June high. You should then prepare for the possibility of 3 to 5 weeks, maybe by the end of July, back down into this 145.24 to 147.23 area that can absorb selling through the third quarter. And as I just mentioned, the next several months should yield this upper area. We can take a look at the actual newsletter itself. All these levels I just mentioned, that 155.05 is that trend line. Is that channel top that contained last week's highs, can contain this week's highs. Holding below it does allow this 152.15. Is that right? Did I put 152.15 in there? That's right, 152.15 here. And if we close the week below 152.15, as I just mentioned, then expect a month or two of bearish continuation down into the 145.24 to 147.23 region. And let's go back to the newsletter itself. If we close any day this week above 155.05, you should allow 156.29 within the week, while closing the week itself, as I just mentioned, above 155.05 does signal this 158.07 formation here within 1, 2, or 3 weeks. Once again, the start of a wide range of long-term resistance up to 160.07 that can absorb buying through the balance of the year. And that's really all that needs to be said for the week of Monday, June 17th.